Alrighty, now time for the Thunderbolts. Probably a big fucking surprise
Yes,
because
yes.
I wasn't expecting nothing from this movie. You had a bunch of characters. I'm like Ghost. Y'all bringing back Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm like, all right, this is y'all are really just scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But no, hey, what was the opening scene? You know what's funny? I was on my way to the theater. Dude, I
It's the
was
narration.
knocked out, huh? It was a narrator.
It's
Oh yeah.
yeah,
With her job and all that. I did like that
yeah.
scene. I love the.
Okay, I hate narration,
Mhm.
but it's the fact that you realize she's talking to a person she was contracted to
Uh-huh.
kill, telling him, venting to him. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we're just getting a quick narration as she's going through the building, doing all this and that. Because I've been seeing people complaining about it. Like, but that's
The
the
opening
thing.
scene.
Not the opening scene, just Thunderbolts in general. And it's like, okay, you have the same typical bad guy politics, and then you have a powerful being who's way too powerful. But I freaking love Bob. I'm not gonna lie, Bob was awesome. He's the heart of the
Absolutely.
crew. He's the heart of the crew. And another thing that was weak is the ladies afraid of impeachment, and that makes no sense. Bill Clinton was impeached and he remained in office. Impeachment means nothing if the person doesn't step down.
True.
That's the thing. It means nothing if the person doesn't step down. So she seems like the type. Even if she was impeached, she wouldn't step down. So why was she afraid of it? That whole thing made no sense. But
But
the
I
villain,
hated her. I
oh
hated
yeah,
her.
yeah,
She was definitely the main villain. Not even by Century.
no,
It was Void. It was her. She was the villain. Because I mean, dude, she's one of those that I'm gonna make the world a better place by any means necessary. No matter
she's not.
how many men, women, and children she kills.
She's not the villain. She's the
What?
one who kind of orchestrates the whole film to take place.
Yeah.
But the true message of the film, the true villain of the film is like people dealing with depression, people
Yep.
dealing with dead end jobs. I mean, you get it at the start of the film where Yelena is talking about, oh, I go to work, I go home, I feel empty inside, I go back to work, I do my job, I go
Like
home, I
when
feel,
she said that, I was just like, "Wow, you
you
really just
feel,
explain you basically explain my whole fucking routine." And that's when
yep,
I was just like, "Oh, this movie's great." Because every last one of them is dealing with that. I mean, like, look at John Walker. He's looking at himself being a failure, even though he has this wife, this child. He's looking at he's
and the
just sitting
way
there looking at shit that should have been done differently. He's
and the
now
way that he
depressed.
talks about it with the other failures that, oh, I'm married, I have a child, I'm happy, I have things to go
Mhm.
back to, you guys are all failures, when he himself is a failure. I freaking loved it. Like, people are complaining about it because it's the same cliche. No,
No,
this
not
has a
at all.
story from the beginning with Yelena talking about the fact that she's unhappy. They are all unhappy.
But
What happens at the end?
because even the void that takes over Bob, he's over here like, oh, you're always going to be alone and all. Dude, that's depression. That's depression. That's mental fucking illness. The fact that he's sitting there in this spot, one of his memories, and it's just his fucking dad beating on his mom and all that.
Yep,
Like,
and
bro, the
taking advantage of
whole
the boy.
movie, yes, the whole movie was about depression, and the main villain was the darkness inside of everybody
Yep, you see
that's
what I
sitting there
mean?
talking to us and telling us like, oh, no matter what happens, you're gonna be stuck, you're gonna be alone. I'm like, bro,
That is the real villain of the story. That's why I
yes,
loved it, because it's like, it's not the cliche superpowered dude. It's not the cliche politician. It's an actual message that anyone can relate to, no
yep,
matter what, no matter if they're successful. No, everyone's had a dark period in their life. That's why I freaking loved Bob, because he's like, doesn't get along with Walker. And then he's talking with Yelena. It was just like, what do you do with that? He just wants to die. And she's all, you
yeah.
just push it deep down inside, deep down.
And
And
the
I
fact that
freaking
basically, it's always going to be tough, but it's easier when you got people around you and all
yep,
that, which was
the
when
message of the
everybody
story.
holds them, what I'm saying, is there for them. That's how they defeat it. I'm like, bro,
The
y'all
message
did that.
of the freaking story. That's why I loved it. And I've been seeing people complaining about it. And I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Yes, it's got a superpower person they basically took the concept from Superman 4, where the guy makes a copy of Superman, but with blonde hair and an S on his chest, literally.
But let's get back to the fight where they all, the whole team fight for the first time. That whole scene was awesome. I loved every bit.
Everyone
I loved every
there
bit of it.
contracted to kill.
Ghost,
it's like, I'm not here for you.
Ghost was actually dope. I love how she was really like using her powers and shit. But damn, did they kill Taskmaster like that? And it's like I get it. Like, because I mean, if you really look at the trailers, she always has that one scene. Even in the poster, she's like tucked in the corner. And I looked at
Bob.
I looked at the he's in a
yep. He's squished behind John Walker's arm. You don't see him. He's crushed in the corner. I didn't realize him till I was editing. I was like, oh, Bob's here.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
He looks Bob's there. Bob's you don't notice it. I
don't know if y'all can see that. Look at that. I never noticed Bob.
Bob's there.
Dog, I done saw this poster a million times and I never noticed him. But
I freaking love it.
Dude, like because even in the listing, you have Olga Kurylenko who plays Taskmaster at like 4th billing, and then she got like one line: "I'm not here for you." Pop, and I was just like, "Oh, she's getting back up. She's getting back up.
The same.
She's getting back. Okay, maybe it's like, bro. I was so shocked in the theater. I was getting ready to jump on my phone and Google it. I was like, ain't no way.
But what I loved,
and then they looted the body.
Yeah,
they looted the body, bro.
I loved it. They all looted her. It's just like,
I was like, no,
I could use this.
And I get it. Everybody was pissed about her in Black Widow. The thing is, though, this character was brainwashed. So they had no fucking choice. They were screwed over from the get-go. Give her a little bit of redemption. We're just gonna shoot her and take her weapons.
I don't think she wanted to do the role anymore with how much lashback there was.
Okay, so we don't need you. Just keep you under the mask. Hell, this is the thing. We can always recast you. We just recasted William Hurt as Thunderbolt with Harrison Ford. I'm sorry, Olga Kurylenko, I like you for Hitman, but you're not a big star. We can recast you. Really, all you did was we saw your face for 2 minutes in Black Widow. Right. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to remember.
But they had to show that these people are willing to go.
I get it, but damn, did they really have to make her the fucking what's his name from Suicide Squad? The dude that can climb anything? Dude? Yeah. At least let
He's
him
good at climbing.
Yeah, at least let Taskmaster get a mission or something. But it was just the fact that Pop take their stuff. All right, bet. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, I get it. I don't get it. They're not really the bad guys, but I get, that, it's like, hey, it is what it is. But this is like, damn.
But this film is so one thing I don't like with most Marvel films is they'll try to do a heart-tugging speech. And then the very next sentence, the same person tries to say something funny. It was like you negate everything you just said. This one balances so much better because, like I was saying, Bob is wanting to die. He feels like he doesn't deserve to live. Yelena is trying to convince him, oh, you just push it down and you continue living. John Walker calls over, starts insulting him. Hey, are you guys done with your therapy session over there? And brings us out. It makes us laugh.
I actually like John Walker in this
movie. Yelena cracking a joke.
Yeah.
It's not Bob cracking a joke. It was John Walker cracking a joke. And I love that because they're all terrible people that they're able to do that.
Can we agree the weakest link is Ghost, Ava?
Yeah, I got to say the one thing.
I mean, I like her better here than I did in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but just out of all of them, she's kind of like the weakest link.
Well, you have this speech about how you had to build a suit so your body can stay intact, yet your mask is always off. Your mask your face would fall into particles and dissipate. That's why you wear.
Does she have to wear that suit?
She has to wear that suit.
So she can't wash up.
Yeah, her body will fall into particles, which is why she was kept in a cage in Ant-Man and Wasp. Of course, most people don't remember the story, but you don't what I like is you don't have to watch those other things to know these characters. You don't have to. it was so well done. They have some subtle stories and hints to what happened before, but you don't need that because the story is about their own depression.
Yeah.
How they're all dealing with it. I mean, and the way it goes about being funny, like I'm gonna jump to the end here just because I want to say it. The whole dream sequence, how you're introduced to Yelena in the red room, how you're introduced to the fact that she's an alcoholic after her job because she's unhappy, how you're introduced to Bob getting beaten, it's the quietest room, how you and then everyone else shows up, and what do you get? You have Bob in a chicken suit beating up all of them.
Yes.
He's just like, and he's all, I'm sorry, I was on meth. And it's hilarious. You go from being absolutely dark. And
I was so surprised. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Bob. It's a sad thing for Bob, but it was hilarious to see him wielding that thing like a freaking quarterstaff, beating up all these Thunderbolts.
That was such a surprise. I was just like, what the hell? Like, nah. And I love when they break into the the little dream, into the quiet room or whatever, and everybody of course saw their own everything that they're going through. When Bucky is just like, oh yeah, my life was just fine, it was real quiet and peaceful. And I'm just like, all right, Winter Soldier.
But well, he had 90 years of life. That's the thing.
Yeah. But no, that chicken suit part was funny.
But that's what I mean.
Oh,
is like
also Red Guardian, David Harbour, too much. Like he was funny at times, but at the same time, it was just like, damn, bro. It's like it's every part of your dialogue is just you yelling and cracking jokes. It was kind of getting played out. Like it was great in Black Widow because he wasn't a big part, so it was a small role. So yeah, it was a big comic relief. But that's you the entire time. I'm like, damn, bro. Yeah. I'm getting kind of sick of it.
He even gets his own post-credit scene, which pissed me off. It was like, dude, come on, this is way played out.
I mean, I get the Wheaties vibes because I get the Wheaties because the posters, the stand, the big cardboard cutout is a Wheaties poster. So I do like that. They're on the Wheaties. I like that, but I was getting kind of tired of him. I'm not even gonna lie, it sucked, but I was getting tired of him. But the best part that made me laugh with him was when he saves the little girl and he's like, "You're safe now." Boom, she turns into a shadow, bro. I was in the theater. I was like God what? Damn. And started laughing out loud. The whole theater was quiet, and I'm in that bitch laughing.
Yeah, he can't save no one. But I freaking loved it because a bunch of misfits are forced to work together to take for the greater good. It's basically the same thing of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
You just explained the Suicide Squad.
And the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is why the Guardians of the Galaxy work. You have a bunch of people that hate each other having to work together. They all have their own issues.
Yep.
And that's the key. I'm tired of these superheroes being perfect. It's like, you're not. Everyone has problems. And the fact that these people are actually human beings. I freaking love that. They all have their own issues. And yes, Ghost was the weakest link. I think Taskmaster did better than Ghost because she had much less screen time.
Speaking of that, what was it? Let's say. What do you think about the new title, the New Avengers?
I don't care for it. I was thinking they were going to be the Dark Avengers.
Yeah,
the Dark Avengers.
That would have made more sense. That would have made more sense. I was expecting that. Then they said the New Avengers, and I was like,
that's just cheap. That's absolutely cheap. But
I do like the fact that Thunderbolts had nothing to do with Ross. It was a fucking a little league team. I love that. I love the fact that they kept complaining about that.
And the fact that John Walker was the one that said it. And the fact that Alexei and Yelena were constantly talking about who was the one that paid for the sponsorship of the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
There was a tire shop or what was the other one?
Oh, dude, I forgot.
I don't know. One of them was a tire shop, and Alexei's like, "Oh no, is this?" The whole thing is just absolutely entertaining. I freaking loved it, and it's like we went from Black American Falcon Soldier, whatever it was called, America, to
Captain America.
Dude, he's not Captain America.
He's Captain. Oh, why? Because he's black. A nigga
No,
can't be Captain
he's
America. That's what you're
still
saying.
Falcon.
That's what you're
He's
saying. A
still
nigga can't be
Steve
Captain
Rogers is
America.
Captain America.
But y'all
Steve
heard
Rogers
that.
is Captain America.
Y'all heard that. He said niggas can't represent America. Y'all heard that first. Y'all heard
Hey,
that first.
Sam Williams said the same thing. No, not Sam Williams. What's the actor's
Look,
name?
he don't even know his fucking name. Sam
No.
Wilson.
Sam Wilson. Thank
Sam
you.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, Captain America. We went from Captain America to and man,
That was a piece of crap compared to Thunderbolts. Because Thunderbolts.
Oh no, honestly, Captain America: Brave New World, I wouldn't watch again, man. It was mediocre as hell. It was really just Incredible Hulk 2 without.
Well, no, it was like 3 movies pasted together to try to make one.
It's like you get your own. It's like he gets his own movie, and it's not even his movie. It's somebody else's movie. That's what sucks. Because Anthony Mackie could carry it. Anthony Mackie was good. I liked him, but the movie itself, what he had to deal with, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, it was just like they just wanted to get it out. And Thunderbolts is a story from beginning to end. There is an arc every character goes through. In Captain America, nobody goes through anything except Ross maybe transforms, but that's just there.
Yeah, I honestly, I heard Harrison Ford. You know, everybody was like loving Harrison Ford. I didn't like him.
I didn't care.
Like Harrison Ford.
I didn't care. He's at this point in time, he's there to get a check. He doesn't care about the roles he does.
Oh, of course not.
He's there to get a check, and people hire him because his name still carries weight. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a Harrison Ford movie.
That is it. He doesn't care.
I didn't even like the last Indiana Jones movie.
Nope.
But also I like that Bucky's in Congress now. He's dealing with politics.
Only lasted 3 months.
Yeah, motherfucker. I love that he puts his arm in a dishwasher.
Yeah, and well, the fact that he's like, we're gonna get her out of office. Read the ballot, and he's going through this massive
the packet. You might want to read the packet.
It's like, who the heck? No wonder a lot of things get passed in government because no one's gonna bother reading a book every day because something needs to get passed.
Yeah, but I mean, you see how the Oscars are. Motherfuckers said they just literally just press play and they just do some shit while a movie's playing in the background. So that's probably why we had Green Book win Best Picture.
Yep. Yeah. But I gotta say, this film is absolutely worth it. Bob, by far, is the standout. The fact that he's all powerful, but at the same time, he can't, because if he gets all powerful, he has to relinquish control to the Void. It's like, it has its own story there. So the new Avengers has the most powerful being in the universe on their team, but he can't use his own power. It's freaking great.
I didn't like some of the CGI when he was fighting all of them. Yeah, no. It was kind of like, I mean, he was getting them though. I did enjoy that scene, but like just the CGI was kind of like, That's how you know they didn't really have that much faith in this movie, because if this was an Iron Man movie or an Avengers movie, that would have looked top notch. Yeah,
but it really is by far one of the best. And let's be honest, Deadpool and Wolverine.
This is better than Deadpool and Wolverine. This is better,
and it is not a Disney film. It's a Fox film. Deadpool and Wolverine is a Fox film. There's no other way about it. It's still a Fox film.
It is, because every like fucking villain, the whole movie is them going against Fox villains, Fox X-Men, whatever. So it really is a Fox movie. But no, not Deadpool. Thunderbolts, honestly, for me, it's really neck and neck with Guardians 3. Yeah. I say that because the thing I didn't like about Guardians 3 was the fact that Rocket was out the movie. I'm not counting that. Oh, he was in the movie. He had his background. That wasn't the Rocket we know. That was the origin story. You know what I'm saying? That was that was Rocket's sad story. That's what it was. So the fact that it kind of took him out is what, kind of like, that he's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite. But that movie was great.
After Infinity War, the whole dynamics of the team just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
You don't feel anything for anyone anymore after that. So that's the thing. It's just like, for me, Thunderbolts is by far one of the best things I have seen in a long time.
Absolutely. I agree. Like, I think I'd give this movie probably like an 8.5 maybe. I stick with an 8.5. That movie was fucking great.
Yeah, it was great. I'll go back and watch it just because
I'm thinking about going to see it again too. Yeah.
I can relate. I can absolutely relate. That's the thing that I think most people have lost in these superhero films. That's what made Marvel so great. The characters were so relatable because you had DC, which was all about them being super powerful and dealing with like being the hero. What made Marvel great was the fact that each of these people dealt with issues.
I think you brought up DC. I think the best one, if not one of the best ones, and he's probably gonna laugh at this, The Flash, and that's because of the story alone with Barry trying to go back to save his mom. Well, probably because my mom is dead, so the fact that he had to go back try to save his mom, and then at the end, he actually put the pieces back in place for his mom to still end up dying and all that. I feel like that just hit me on a personal level, which is why I love that more than anything.
That's the thing. It's like things need to hit you on a personal level. Like the fact that Thunderbolts is something everyone can relate to. The fact that The Accountant 2 is something I can relate to, having so many brothers. The fact that it's just one of those things that it's hit and miss sometimes, but you have to know how to sell a film. I had no clue that Thunderbolts was going to be basically about darkness and depression. I had no clue.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about you in a bar, you know, in a little cowboy spot trying to dance and shit.
No,
you wouldn't dance as good as Ben Affleck was, but
no,
that's my brother. That's my brother.
To him, it was a mathematical problem. To me, it'd just be I'd get tripped. I'd trip myself.
I fucking hate it when you played that one game on Xbox Connect. What's that little dancing game, bro? I'm like, dude, remember. Just get into the rhythm. You'd be like, I'm like, bro, it's okay. I'm like, oh my fucking
just trying to copy the steps. I was like, what the heck is going on here?
You'd be stomping. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. I don't do music like that. But
didn't you have like a little dance with your wife at the wedding?
Mm-hmm.
You got video of that? I gotta see that.
Yeah, I got video. I forgot some of the steps, but I only had a few hours to practice.
Oh.
So yeah.
I would have killed that.
Because I was running a fever. I was running a high fever. So that kind of
you was eating that goop scoop.
I still have no clue what you're talking about.
It's the street food in India where you had a motherfucker be sitting there with his feet all out and shit. You know, everything's just dirty, and they just be like, shh, 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 shh. You know, just grab. I know you've seen those videos. They just be like grabbing everything with their hands and shit. Just,
dude, I don't have any food eating videos on my algorithm.
Oh yeah, that's right. I watch those.
Yes, you watch that crap. I don't.
I keep forgetting that. Depending on what you, I keep forgetting that what you watch is how your algorithm keep popping up. So God, I hope nobody takes my Instagram or anything because they be like, hey, why the fuck is this popping up nonstop?
All I get on my Instagram is ads because I never open Instagram.
I gotta really watch what I watch on Instagram.
Yeah, but Thunderbolts is by far an amazing film. I absolutely recommend it.
Great movie.
Absolutely. And it's kind of sad that it's not getting as much traction as it deserves because Disney's not well respected anymore with their films. So after their Snow White debacle, after their Captain America 4, after like everything they've done, it's a lot of people just don't care. It's an apathy that's formed with everything. But since I go to the movies every day, I'm like, or every week, I should be honest. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. It's the thing that's coming out. I was expecting to be annoyed, to be pissed off, to be unhappy, because the way this was sent out with no fanfare, no ads, nothing. All we got was a trailer, really.
Dude, I didn't see they didn't popped out with so many trailers. Well, probably you haven't seen it, but every time I pop up on my feed or my YouTube, it's a brand new trailer. Like they've been throwing out a bunch of trailers. Every time I'm at the theater, I keep seeing that shit.
Like I still get a whole bunch of new feed for Fantastic Four. I never got anything like that for the Thunderbolts.
Okay, so was it Thunderbolts just did 76 million for the weekend, 162 globally, and hell, 88% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 94% audience score and an A- cinema score. So clearly, everybody loves the movie.
Yeah.
which is fucking good. So hopefully, if it stays like that, it can have some legs and actually do real good. Probably, maybe, I don't know if they can gross 500 million. We'll see,
No,
but just
no.
judging by the fact that everybody is like, I looked on Twitter, the only thing that everybody is like laughing about is just how fast Taskmaster got dropped. But everybody was loving it. Everybody loves the fact that it's really about mental health and all that. So hey,
Mhm.
I feel like they succeeded. They definitely
Yeah.
got the job done.
And that's the thing. That's how we can influence what films are made. Pay with our wallet.
Yeah, I hate,
Film's
man.
good, go watch it.
I
That's how
hate
you show them what you want.
I hate you broke motherfuckers that be sitting there streaming the movies. Like, I saw somebody streaming Sinners. And I remember I talked shit about somebody. It was like, oh, just me streaming ain't gonna kill it. Motherfucker, you plus 100,000 people or 1,000,000 other people can mess that up. That's like when people say, oh, it's just one vote, then it doesn't matter. Motherfucker, if I'm sitting there, if everybody has the same mindset as me saying, oh, I don't feel like voting, then guess what? That's a bunch of votes. So when y'all sit here and be like, oh man, I streamed the Thunderbolts yesterday. That movie was good as hell. Hope they do a sequel. Well, guess what? Because you and other people are streaming that shit, they're not going to make a sequel. Stop being stupid. Stop being cheap. The movies cost what? $12, $13. A lot of y'all can spend that bullshit on your fucking hair where it looks like trash. A lot of y'all can sit there and spend that on weed. A lot of y'all can sit there and spend that shit at McDonald's. Take your ass to the fucking movies, because the movies is dying. Everything is going to streaming. And honestly, I can't stand streaming. I don't like, because dude, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to watch the movie. Like, I was watching Another Simple Favor. I fell asleep on that shit. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to pick. I don't know if I'm going to sit there and watch it again. That's the thing. Whereas if I go to the theater, I'm paying attention to this shit, and you get better fucking surround sound, a big ass screen, and all that. Ain't nobody trying to watch that shit on no fucking 20-inch. Like, come on, man. I'm sorry. Movie theaters is dying. That's really pissing me off because everybody is streaming. Movies in general.
So that's the one thing as much as I hate a Minecraft movie, absolutely despise that film.
Chicken Jockey!
It has revitalized cinemas. I've seen more people in theaters the past 3-4 weeks than I have in a long. I used to go to the cinemas and I'd get a theater all to myself. It doesn't matter what I was watching. Now when I go, there's 20, 30, 40 people there.
I hate it, but that's a good thing.
Massive difference.
Yeah, I hate that, but it's a good thing. Luckily, like I said, I'll be going early. And when I went to go see Thunderbolts, I caught the 2:30, and it was only, well, people started coming in later, but I had damn near a whole row to myself. And some asshole, I picked seat 8, I-13. Luckily, when I got there late because it was mad traffic, but I got there right when our MJR was doing their little opening intro for their theater and all of that. I'm sitting there walking during the VIP section. I'm like, yes, I'm getting these seats. But my actual seat is behind me. And I look, and there's a motherfucker in the seat next to me. I'm like, bro, get your bitch ass up. Like, you got that whole row. You gonna sit right next to me? Because I got my seat. I got my ticket early. So it says that I'm right there. You purposely sat next to me unless he's one of those idiots that don't wait till the movie start before he switch seats. You don't just take a seat because you see an empty row. Hey, we got assigned seats, which means I'm probably going to get there a little later after the previews, because guess what? I can. You wait till the movie start, maybe wait a couple minutes, and then you take that seat. So he's lucky, because during Black Widow, I got there on time. I had the seat way in the back, in the middle. These punk ass high schoolers are in my fucking seat. So you know what I said? Hey, that's my seat. Nigga, I was about to sit right in the middle of them. I didn't give a shit. And then they say, you know what? Let's go to the next row. And then this little fucking nerd ass weirdo. I didn't know we had assigned seats. Well, how did you get the ticket? You got to choose your seat, dumbass. Learn some theater etiquette.
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with you on that front, because remember, during a Minecraft movie's during its height, I kept going to the theaters to go to watch a movie. During amateur, they switched my theater. So the ticket I had, the seat I had, was invalid. So I literally took the seat in the dead center, which wasn't my seat. But I got my tickets 2 weeks early. Same thing happened with Sinners. Same thing happened with I think it was those two. Yeah,
they kept switching. They kept switching it.
Yep, because the theater that I was gonna watch it in was a bigger theater, yet they were still selling out on a Minecraft movie that they kept putting it in the theater I had paid to watch it in.
Okay, that's different. That's under different circumstances.
Yeah, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. So I was sitting in the middle where I had selected my seats originally. No, it's not
in the middle.
Yeah, no, it was not the same seat, but I want the perfect sound. I want the screen filling my view. I am not sitting in the back. I am not sitting in the front. I sit dead center, so my head is level with the freaking screen.
I feel you. That's the different situation. So I would do that too.
Yeah.
I stopped sitting in the back. I gotta start sitting. I like sitting in the dead center. It just that I don't know. I like sitting
more immersive, especially in an IMAX theater. It's so much better in an IMAX theater because
you hear the talking behind you. Bro, when I was watching Sinners and I was at the train station, I'm like, bro, why is these motherfuckers behind me steady talking? And I'm like, wait a minute. No, that's the movie.
That's why I love it.
Is that cornbread? I'm like, oh shit. Yeah,
if you're sitting in the back, you don't get that. You have to sit like dead center to get that kind of sound. But yeah. And next week, I mean,
anybody watching Fight or Flight, so you can sit wherever you want.
Yeah, I'll sit wherever I want. Are you gonna check it out?
I might. Like I said, I'm taking my grandma to see Sinners, so I might.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out what to. I know there's another film coming out, but Fight or Flight, I think, was the only one that looked interesting. I think it's another horror that's coming out next week.
Oh, horror.
I forgot what though. Because I remember I don't have many cinemas around me. I just have one.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming out next week, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, so I'm checking out Fight or Flight. I mean, it's just a few movies all roped together, just scenes from particular things roped together. It's like, okay, we'll see. A ton of assassins all on a plane.
Yeah, kind of like a ton of assassins all on the train.
Yeah.
But overall, though, Thunderbolts is probably like one of the best MCU movies since Guardians. Fun, great characters, it's fun, good action, good message about mental health, good villain. Overall, great movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
I can't praise it enough. It's one of those things. I'm excited to see it again. I wanna laugh at all the characters again, and feel their pain.
Yeah. Also, I did love that Red Guardian when they was sitting there driving the limo in the chase scene. It was only going up to 52.
Yeah. Come on, girl. And then of course Yelena shoots the car and it explodes. And then Bucky turns up. Oh, it's Bucky. He's gonna save us. And then he shoots them too.
No, honestly, they have some really good action scenes. Like I said, the main ones I loved was the first one when they all meet up for the first time. Actually, just them trying to get out of there was my favorite action scene of the whole movie.
And so I was afraid that they were gonna do it where like Yelena was in charge. She's the girl that knows everything, the common.
That's what I thought too.
And she goes to turn on the power. What happens? It doesn't work. And John Walker had to do what he wanted to do in the beginning. I freaking loved it. It was like, why didn't you follow the plan? It was like, I did follow the plan. You were the one who didn't. It was just like everything just worked out so well. I freaking love the film.
Yeah, I love that whole sequence, especially when they were
leader
climbing all the way up to the top. What was it? Cucumber. When he had to sneeze, like I always had to say cucumber.
Sneezing.
Cucumber.
The fact that he still sneezes.
No, that was great. Because dude, when they were in the middle and they still had to go all the way up, and then they were already too far. I'm like, oh my god, bro. I'm afraid of heights, so that was just a little too much.
Yeah, same. But okay, the post-credit scene.
Oh yeah,
the post-credit scene.
Avengers with a Z.
Okay, that's stupid, but that's Alexi being Alexi, over the top and absolutely annoying. He's the character you can get rid of in the next film and no one will care.
What do you think about Sam trademarking Avengers? Wouldn't it be like he doesn't even? Would he even have? How much does that even cost? Because that nigga broke, right?
Yeah, he's broke, but he's Captain. Like that's the thing.
You don't get paid
Bucky,
for being Captain America.
Yeah, Bucky Barnes talks about how he talked with Sam, and Sam was unhappy that they were calling themselves the New Avengers because Sam is apparently putting together his own team.
Yeah.
When was that established in the last film? I don't remember.
It was. At the end, he said he was gonna come up with a. I forgot how it came about, but he said
I don't remember that film.
He did. He was good, which is why I thought he was going to show up in this movie because he's putting together the New Avengers.
Yeah, but it's like the fact that he's annoyed with them because they're. Oh, why not include them in the team? Why not join the New Avengers? It's so weird and feels forced. I don't know that whole piece of dialogue. And Yelena trying to use the smart technology, and the 90-year-old Bucky Barnes is like, "Oh, say this, say this."
Imagine if you're trying to come up with a new team for the Toon Squad, and then all of a sudden Daffy Duck is like, "Oh, I already got my own Toon Squad." Well, no, fool, I'm making the Toon Squad, not you. Rabbit season, duck season, you know. So I get it because it's just like, well, no, like nobody's gonna. I don't know, but yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why I was like, these are the Dark Avengers. Even their outfits, everyone except of course Alexei, who's wearing this yak jumpsuit.
Speaking of that, bro, John Walker's shield looking like a taco, bro.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, we have to talk about the freaking posters during the credits.
Dude, when he was riding that shit,
everyone laughed.
That was perfect.
I freaking loved it. You have Alexei giving a flower to the little girl who turned into a freaking shadow. You have what is it? The Who is Bob?
Yes.
What is the story behind Bob?
They also did a DC Justice League poster too.
Yep.
I was like, bro, this is great. I loved every poster.
They were making fun of all like the superhero cliched posters. They were making fun of all that stuff. They were making fun of like the Time magazine stuff that they've done before. It was all a joke. That's why it was like, just put the word dark in front of your name, Dark Avengers, because the way they're all dressed is dark. They're not bright colored. Look at Captain America. He was bright. Iron Man. He was bright. Thor. He was bright. Even Black Widow, she was bright with the few red spots she had in red and silver in her black outfit.
I mean, she do got a lot of red in her. What's that? A lot of red in her. What was it? I forgot. It was a merger or Marco or whatever.
Yeah. But if you
Ledger.
If you look at the Dark Avengers, I guess Yelena's blue eyeliner stands out.
I didn't like that she had blue eyeliner. I'm just like.
Yeah, even Ghost Silver helmet looks dark. Yeah. It doesn't look glossy and shiny because they are dark. They're not supposed to be the poster children.
Yeah,
that's why they're on a Wheaties box and not a Cinnamon Toast box. Who likes Wheaties?
Right. But yeah. Oh, okay. But the Fantastic Four. So I'm hearing theories because remember the movie's set in the 60s. But they're still going to be with us in present time.
No, so not the 60s. It's a time where the 60s have remained because they have a different power source. So you know how like Fallout looks like the 70s or the 60s or the 50s?
Yeah,
because of nuclear energy it took over. It looks like a futuristic version of the 50s. That's basically what the Fantastic Four is going to be.
Okay, then fuck what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, it has a very 60s vibe because it's kind of stuck in that time frame they have the smartest man on the planet, pregnant with the Omega level mutant. Yeah.
Well, see, okay. Well, anyway, what I heard was it's set. I'm still going to say it's set in the 60s. But when Galactus came and he ended up, ended up destroying that world, that universe, or whatever. But then something happened with time travel, and that's how they got here. That's just a rumor I heard. I mean, come on, we're dealing with multiverse. We're dealing with a motherfucker that's the smartest man or whatever. So I mean, that is plausible.
I mean, Iron Man solved time travel. Maybe they did as
exactly.
well.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but they messed up and did a dimension hop.
yeah.
Who knows?
But after Thunderbolts, you know what's pissing me off? You know, every time we get a good MCU movie, especially post Endgame, it's like trash.
Yep.
Oh, that one was good.
And then
the next one got to be good. Trash. So I am afraid. I'm afraid for Fantastic Four because it might be trash.
Well, remember, it's the ones that they praise the most that tend to be the worst. And Fantastic Four has got a lot of traction. And what's funny is, when was the last time we had a good post-credit scene in a Marvel film?
I mean,
when it's not just a joke like the Alexi one.
I was about to say Deadpool.
This one got me excited for the next film. It's been a long time since a Marvel film in a post-credit scene had me going like, okay.
What was the post-credit scene for Captain America? Did they even have one?
I don't remember. That's the thing. Damn, that film is so I think that's the one where he was planning on forming the Avengers.
I thought he did that. I thought he already said that at the end before the credits even went. Damn, no, that movie was. That movie was so forgettable. I don't remember. That movie's so forgettable. That's sad.
Yeah. I don't remember that film.
Oh, this is okay. This is when what's his name? The green motherfucker, the leader or whatever, is warning him about some shit from like different universes or whatever.
Oh, that's look. Okay, a man who studies the how people react in situations. How can he predict the future if it's something coming from another dimension? No, he can understand the butterfly effect, not a butterfly coming from a different universe. There's no possible way the leader can fathom that extent of intellect because it's not a butterfly from this dimension. It's a butterfly from another. Okay, yeah, sorry. That scene, that post-credit scene pissed me off when they did it. It pisses me off still remembering it.
But yeah, no, this is a good post-credit scene because then it made me really think about, okay, Fantastic Four is coming out in June, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I can't wait for it. I really hope it's good because I mean, I'm still my Fantastic Four still has Jessica Alba in it. So
yeah. That's still going to be the better one. I'm going to be honest. Right. Even when this one comes out, I don't see Pedro Pascal as the smartest man.
I love Pedro Pascal, but God, I'm so tired of him.
Yes.
Like, he's great, but damn, bro. Like, chill. He's a part of every big franchise. Last of Us, Mandalorian, now Fantastic Four. I know I'm forgetting something. He was only a minor role. He wasn't even Pedro Pascal then.
Yeah, that's the first thing I ever saw him in.
No, me too. And
then I was like, who the heck is this guy? And then he started.
I liked him in it too.
Yeah, because he was a side character.
Yeah, but he wasn't Pedro Pascal. Yeah, he was a side character. But
and he wasn't a good guy. He was a villain.
Yeah.